Alright, it's time for some Battle for Zendikar expansion for Magic Duels. So it looks like the expansion for the game finally came out. We'll do some of the story campaign. Looks like the community quest is related to the Battle for Zendikar story, so we'll be contributing to that. There's 158 new cards. The boosters are available in the store. I've been accumulating some of the in-game currency to grab some of those boosters. We'll probably open some of those later on. More info just opens up Steam's nonsense. Alright, let's go. So it looks like they added some new archetypes as well, so making cards in the deck wizard, you could probably make tricolor decks and different variations. So it looks like the first part is Gideon's battle against the Eldrazi on the plains of Zendikar. So these are some of the new cards. This one's, I don't believe, a Battle for Zendikar card. But we have some landfalls, Stasis Snare, awesome card. Retreat to Emiria. 2 lands. Let's see how it goes. Looks like they changed the background, or the playing field, the battleground. Salvage Drone. It's a 1/1 for 1 with Ingest, which is a new mechanic. Whenever this card does damage, you have to exile the top card of your library. And it looks like if this card dies, you get to draw a card. If you do, you have to discard a card. So you're just kind of cycling cards. Oh, you can now manually add mana to your mana pool. Let's play the skill quest and see what they mean by this. That's pretty cool. You can now tap lands individually, and they have a representation of the mana provided. So instead of just casting it straight out of your hand, you can tap individual manas if you want to. And then Kiora is +1. You can untap a card. So you can untap your land. Then now you notice I can just play it straight from my hand right now, like you normally would be able to. But this is a cool feature, because with mechanics like this where you can untap lands, you should be able to manually tap lands themselves. So tapping these manually shows that you get that amount. And then from here I can just play it straight out of my hand, and it will use up that mana. That's a new mechanic for these Steam version of Magic. Very cool. And that after that skill quest is done, it brings us straight back into the campaign. I was interested to know what they meant by that. I was hoping it was what I thought it was. So the computer having a 1/1 ingest on turn 1 is kind of annoying because he's going to start ingesting cards. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, just go straight to exile. Too bad, that was a 2-drop that I could have used. Eagle of the Watch, 2/1 with Vigilance, probably what I'll go for. That way I can at least attack and force him to not be able to attack because I'll be able to block. Call of the Scions, Devoid, put 2/1/1 colorless Eldrazi Scions on the battlefield, and you can sack them for mana. This is gonna be crazy because then he can sack this, so he can basically get 6 mana next turn. Felindar Sovereign is an awesome card. 4/6 Vigilance Lifelink. If you can get your health total to 40 or above, you basically win the game at the beginning of your upkeep. I was gonna get Eagle of the Watch out, but if I block with him, he basically dies because it's a 2/1. I'm gonna save Stasis Snare. I could flash it in, so I could just pass this turn, wait until he sacks everything and drops out a big Eldrazi, and then flash it in. I think I'll pass this turn. So he's obviously going to attack first so he can get use of it. There goes a retreat to Emiria. Well, he's not going to sacrifice it. That's unfortunate for me. I let damage go through when I could have blocked that damage. So let's get a Shadow Glider out there. Yeah, he's gonna have to reveal what he has, which is a giant Eldrazi card, which I thought he probably would have. And that Eldrazi costs 6 mana, which he can cast. He will have to sacrifice a card in order to cast it. Since I have no threats on the board, I'm not sure if the AI will do that mechanic and sack the cards to get another creature out. No, it looks like he is. Yeah, I know about this, thank you. So I have 4 mana. I'm gonna just have to Stasis Snare the 6/6. I don't have anything on the board. And the 1/1 damage is really slow. As soon as I get out something, it's gonna negate the 1/1s. If he drops out another big Eldrazi, I have another Stasis Snare to take care of it. Hopefully don't ingest any more lands. That would suck. And there's the land. These are also not full art lands. I'm not sure if you get those after the campaign. So 5 lands, can't get Felindar out yet. I can, however, get this card out, which I probably should have got out first before playing the land to trigger landfall, but he can't attack this turn anyways. But I could have probably just saved the land for the next turn. Oh wow. So he's gonna reveal another giant Eldrazi 8/9 trample. I didn't catch the mana cost on that. He might be able to cast it. If he does, again, Stasis Snare. Okay, let's get the Shadow Glider out there. I can block the Mist Intruder. I can also get the Core out. So I know the one card in his hand is a giant Eldrazi card, and he got another Titan's Presence, which he's gonna probably use on the Glider. Okay, it's 8 mana. He has 3, 6, 7. He has 7 mana, so he can't actually do anything with that. I could block so that I block one of the ingests. I'm gonna risk it and see if I get another land. I can get the Felindar out, start lifelinking life back. Double ingest sucks, and there goes a land. But we hit a land, so this works out for us. Hopefully he doesn't get another Titan's Presence. So I can basically negate his ground units from attacking. Oh no, Scour from Existence, so that's getting exiled. It's a lot of exile mechanics. I probably should have got Retreat to Myria out and then get the 1/1 creatures. Need something to block flying. And I need more dudes. I'm wondering if this deck is set up just to be complete removal. And then the right way to play it is to get a bunch of 1/1s out. A bunch more Scions. Yeah, I'll block your guy. Stop the ingest nonsense. So let's do this properly. Get the enchant out first. Then play the land. Trigger the landfall. We'll get a core. He can do 3 damage, but he's probably not going to risk attacking with these 2 Scions because he needs them to cast that Eldrazi, which I'll use Stasis Snare for. He'll probably block one of them with his drone. Yeah. He can't block the other ones. He gets to draw a card, discard a card. He's keeping on to it. It's Eldrazi. Or holding on to it, rather. He's gonna attack. That's very interesting. He might sack it during combat. I'll block it, force the sack. I'm not sure if he actually sacrificed that or not. Oh, he just has enough land anyways to cast it. Alright, end of his turn. Let's get a hold of that. Now we get a land. Let's get some dudes out on the field. Landfall's a really fun mechanic. Ooh, missed intruder. That is rough. Pretty much 2 attacks away. It's gonna be a really close game. I can't block him. So I'm pretty much forced to go on the attack. I'm not sure if I should attack with that. So he either takes the 3 damage or dies. If I attack with the 1/1, he just blocks that, and then I lose it for no gain. Holds on to his card. So he's gonna get rid of it, which is good for me. Hopefully he doesn't have another flyer. Okay, good, it's a land. So I can landfall in 1/1 everything, which is probably what I'll do because he gets 2/2, so he'll jump up to a 4/5. And if I 1/1 everything, then he does 6, and he'll also do 2, which is 8 damage. Oh, no, sorry, 7. Math, not even once. Works out for me. He got a land. Threw out the Falendar for good measure. That's the first round of this campaign. It was pretty close. So Gideon runs into Nissa, and you have to combine your forces to fight together against the Eldrazi. Looks like completing this mission is going to get you a box starter cards for BFC. Apparently the Zendikar don't like us. They have giant aliens attacking them, but they want to fight us for some reason. 3 lands, 2 stasis snares, a couple flyers. I'm happy with that. Canopy Vista, that's a new land. Green-white. Enters tapped unless you have 2 basic lands already on the battlefield. Pretty nice. I'm really hoping that full art lands made it into the game. Oh, rally mechanics. So these are the ally mechanics. He's going to give all creatures get vigilance when he comes into play or when another ally comes into play. So those 3/1s going to have vigilance, which sucks for me. Guess I'll just play on curve, get a 3-mana 2/2 flying out. It's not the greatest. Probably should have used Stasis Snare. It's hard to have a good target with Stasis Snare. You kind of want to get wrapped like a big creature, but rally decks don't really have big creatures. They just have a lot of small creatures that buff each other. Gotta get rid of something. I think I'm gonna get rid of his vigilance. The new art on Evolving Wilds looks nice. Lucky for me, doesn't look like he had anything to do unless he has some type of removal that he's holding on to. Not sure what this card is, never seen it before. 2/2 plus flying until end of turn for 2 creatures. That's nice. Might be from a different set. It's not from Battle from Zendikar. Battle for Zendikar, rather. I can do 2 cards. Let's get Eagle of the Watchout. Oh boy, that's a big card. That probably needs to be Stasis Snared. Gonna allow this 3 damage to go through. He's not gonna be a threat after the 6/6 is removed. So, got a card advantage, got better board control. Hopefully he doesn't drop a bomb. Looks like it's probably a land card. Give these 2 guys 2/2 and flying so they can't be blocked. Sure, should bring him down to 5. Yay, math. He would have done that last turn, so that card must be a basic land as well. So we can do the same thing again, fly over the battlefield, and win game 2. After kicking their ass, the Zendikar now want to help you. Kiora didn't want to get her ass kicked by Gideon, so she's gonna help. And you're trying to rendezvous with Nissa. Oh, Jace is here. Wonder if we're playing. Probably playing a rally deck this time. Yep, we're playing a ally deck. That's a nice card. Not Battle for Zendikar, but still has the ally mechanic. He gets counters whenever an ally comes into play. There's a 1-2 for 1 off the bat, which is awesome. Looks like Sunken Hollow made it into the game. Another dual land from BFC. Oh wow. I can get 2 of them out there. Or I can get one of these guys out there. Let's mix it up. Try the Oran Reef Survivalist. And you get a counter, and you get a counter. Attacking with a 2-3 on turn 2, not bad. One ingest, and you can pay 2 to give it another +1/+1. Let's get another one of these guys out. Sure, get that guy out too. More counters. So this is turn 3. And I'm swinging for 8. With 12 damage on the board. Good thing he blocked. Doesn't get the ability. Don't have to lose life. Nice. So Lantern Scout gives everything lifelink when he comes into play, or another ally comes into play. If he blocks the 2-3, he loses, so he has to block one of the 5s. I just get a bunch of life. 36 life. Complete disregard, exile target creature with power 3 or less. So get rid of that guy, obviously. Giving everything lifelink is not fun, but I win anyways. Unfortunately, don't get to play Core Entanglers or Royal's Retribution. That was a very quick game. Ulamog's here. He doesn't have Annihilator, but he has Indestructible. Just everyone wants to fight over who is gonna get the killing blow. So apparently I have to beat them up. Does she get Jace like right off the bat? Wow. And I'm playing a tri-colored deck. Mardu, I think that is. Red, white, green. If I'm probably mistaken. Evolving Wild, sure. Keep hand. See what kind of lands I have. Yeah, looks like it's heavily favoring white. I already have a mountain and forest in my hand, so that should cover that. I'll grab another plains. Wow, target player puts the top 20 cards of his or her library into the graveyard. That's not even Origins Jace, that's just... not sure which Jace that's from. Not gonna Evolving Wilds on turn 2, because this looks like it's gonna be a raise before he gets to 10 counters. Or 10 loyalty, and then starts exiling, or not exiling, but milling my library. Let's get a plains out. Play around with the new mechanic. Tap 2. I'm gonna attack Jace. He's probably gonna block. Oh, you won't block. Interesting. When he landfalls, he gets... I think he just only gets 1/1, so it becomes a 3/3. Creatures I control get Menace. That's awesome. Means they have to be blocked by 2 or more cards. It wants me to use Evolving Wilds, but I don't think that's the right play. This way Jace is guaranteed to die. I'll probably lose the 4-4. Or not, he's just not even gonna block at all. He can swing in for 6, which is totally fine, because I can get the Lantern Scout out. Everything gets lifelink again, and I'll just lifelink way more HP back. Oh, Wild Instinct sucks. Same is still gonna happen. I could Evolving Wilds. I'm gonna play out Lantern Scout, so that's 3 mana. That leaves me 1 mana to do nothing with, so might as well. Lifelink. He's definitely not going to attack because he's going to want to block next turn. It's nice you got double landfall trigger. Still not going to do anything though. Well, I gotta play out the Fire Mantle Mage to trigger the ally triggers. I was contemplating keeping mana up for Royal's Retribution to zap something, but that's only on attacking or blocking, so no real point in doing that. Yeah, that's fine. So Jason and Nissa need to sit down. Get this card. I think it's Hedron Prison. Ooh, he gets to start with 30 HP. Hedron Network, Aligned Hedron Network is the name of the card. Do have a turn 1 play, but I don't have a turn 2 play. Let's see the next hand. Not great. Have a turn 2 play and no turn 1 play. Let's keep this hand. do have Canopy Vista and Cinder Glade, which is good for mana fixing. Good thing I grabbed a forest. Blade Whirler is probably going out next. Why would he be attacking with a 1/1? If he dies, he gets a Scion. That's probably why. Smite the Monstrous, that's a good card. Let's get Cinder Glade out. Everything has first strike now. Not that it really matters. So Skyrider Elf has a new mechanic called Converge. It gets 1/1 counters for every... Converge is basically if you pay a bunch of different colors, you get that out of it. So right now I'm playing a 3-color deck, so it's gonna be 3. It's gonna be a 3/3 basically. If you play all 5 colors, then you could technically get it up to a 5/5. Well, technically I should have blue. This might be a 4-color deck. I don't have any islands. Life totals are almost even. Calling Drone 2/2 ingest. Here's Prairie Stream. So let's converge the Skyrider Elf into a 4/4. Tap that for blue. Tap that for white. Tap that for green. Tap that for red. So tapping any more mana is not really going to give it anything, because I can only tap white. Another white mana is not going to give it any more counters. So yeah, should be a 4/4. Good thing I have first strike, even if he double blocks the 2/2. It's not going to do anything. Kill at least one of them, then I'll survive. Oh, looks like the colorless lands go off to the side. No, he's got a lot of mana now. anticipating a really big Eldrazi. That's probably why the game just gave me 2 Smite the Monstrous. This is tough now. I can't really swing in with everything because I don't have the ally triggers. So, have to keep my mana up, which is probably nice, because then I could smite whatever's coming out right now. Which apparently is nothing. Works for me. Is he really gonna fight my 0-1? That seems petty, Ulamog. I'm gonna lose. Menace means you can't block. Barely casting any red or black spells. Guess I have to back out. Some of the UI can still use improvement, like right there I was in a menu where you have to back out in order to progress. I got some new cards added to my collection. Allies archetype. Processors. So I believe that's the entire campaign that they added. Let's see the card collection. Can you filter by... Oh, you can. Very nice. What is this? So, Cliffside Lookout, it's a 1-1 ally, a Whirler, gives everything first strike, 2-2, McKindy, Patrol, everything gets Vigilance, 2-3, oh apparently we already have 4 of all of these. Benedict Infiltrator is an awesome ingest card because it's unblockable for 1-4. Mist Intruder is a flying ingest. Merc Strider does not have ingest. I believe that's a processor. Mineraker causes you to discard after it processes. Ondu Champion's a pretty good rally card. Burn Processor. And Stonework Buma, another ally card. So not bad. Not sure what this filter does here. Oh, that filters for all cards that are not actually part of Origin or Zendikar, I believe. These are all... That's a Return to Ravnica land, and there's some cards pulled from different sets. Oh, apparently have made way too many decks. Let's get rid of some of these decks that I made to complete some dailies. It's my Herp Derp deck. Push through, I believe, is a deck wizard deck. Yeah, if it says remake, it means it's a deck wizard deck. I want to make a new deck. I want to see if the lands are new or not. Nope, looks like they're still regular lands. Might have to unlock them, but it doesn't look like full art lands are in the game. So let's actually go to the store and open some boosters, see what we get. So this is nice, they give you the option between the two, which would be necessary. So Battle for Zendikar. Let's open up 8 boosters. Hopefully the purchasing works. Alright, let's open a booster. That's nice. Omnath, Locus of Rage. Landfall, whenever you get a land into play, you get to summon a 5/5 green elemental creature token. And if he dies or any elemental dies, you get to do 3 damage to player or creature. I was lucky and I pulled a couple of these in real life. I think I have 3 of them. Let's try our next booster. Nothing amazing here. Swell of Growth is pretty nice when you're playing a landfall deck. You get to play 2 lands in a turn and get a 2/2. It's a combat trick. Sandstone Bridge it's alright. It's not that great. 1/1 in Vigilance when it comes into play, but it comes into play tapped, so it's a pretty good early game. If you're trying to mix it in with like Renown to try to get Renown trigger off early and do a bit more damage, might be useful. Hero of Gamma Feta. That's an awesome card. He has the same ally mechanic, but when he comes into play or an ally comes into play, all your creatures are indestructible. That's an amazing card for an ally deck. Wonder if I'll be able to make my white-black life gain deck in this version of the game. Cinderglade's nice. Everything else is pretty much just commons. Tide Drifter's pretty nice if you're playing a Eldrazi Scion type deck. It's a good blocker, 0/5. Mortuary Mire. Get to put a card from your graveyard back on the top of your library. That's pretty good. Ambush Leader. He's another really good ally card. When he comes into play, you get to search, or well, you get to look at the top 4. You get to scry 4, and then put any ally creatures from among them on the top of your library in any order, and the rest on the bottom. So you basically get to filter out the top 4 cards of your deck if you get any more ally cards that you want at the top. The rest are pretty not very exciting. Planar Outburst, just get rid of all non-land creatures. So if you're playing like an Awakened deck, that's pretty good. Even if you're not playing an Awakened deck, if you don't have good board control, you can just kind of wipe the board. And there's another card called March from the Tomb. So if you're playing an ally deck, you can just wipe the board and then march from the tomb and get all your allies back from the graveyard back onto the battlefield, giving you instant board control. Grove Rumbler is pretty decent. 3/3 for 4. Gets 2/2 when a land comes in, so it becomes a 5/5. It's alright. Shambling Vent. It's your black-white land. You can pay mana and turn them into a creature. For some reason, it's not letting me zoom in anymore. Last booster. Scatter to the Winds, 3 mana counterspell. Pretty on curve with blue counterspells. Yeah, everything else seems not that great. Alright, I think I'm gonna end it here, and next time I'll probably be playing Two-Headed Giant with a friend, or making a deck.